Antisocial behaviour. What is antisocial behaviour? Antisocial behaviour can be defined in three ways: physical abuse, verbal abuse and vandalism. We decided to go around college and ask various people what they thought of antisocial behaviour and whether they thought that it related to alcohol.
I do, yeah. I think it's responsible for a lot of the things that happen, like drugs and everything else.
No, I don't think it does. I think it's more to do with the person themselves than the actual alcohol. I think the alcohol could just bring it out in people.
Yeah, definitely, because from my own experience, one night when I was 17 and I got drunk and I got into a fight that night, woke up later and it was just all a wreck and I was in trouble with the police and everything and got an ASBO for it.
I think it can do. It definitely has a potential to spark off conflict.
Well, I don't really think it does because, like, everybody does and not everyone is violent, so you can't really just generalise it.
Are you a drinker yourself?
Sometimes, not like majorly, not like an alcoholic or anything.
I have a 16-year-old daughter myself, and I know she's just started becoming interested in going out to clubs and pubs with a big gang of her friends, and I wouldn't like to think that she was getting herself into trouble and drinking lots of alcohol.
Not necessarily. I've been at the pub today. I'm doing an interview for you. That's not antisocial, is it?
Definitely, yeah, because like it makes people more rowdy and stuff, and when all the times I've been out to town and stuff, it's made me more rowdy, and now I've like cut down on drink a bit and like trying to not drink as much because I get really angry really easily because I can't control myself because the alcohol's like taken over and stuff.
Right. At the time I was mad, but after realising it, I thought it's a good job that I did get it because it's taught me a lesson not to get drunk and just start fights. And since now that my wife has got a baby, it's made me a lot of sense not to do that. And to be honest, when I see the drunk people now around the streets, kind of just disgusted me.
I mean, some people get drunk and go out fighting. I think that's daft. I'm drunk. I don't want to fight anybody right now.
I just don't think. I think people are people, and then the alcohol just brings you to a more honest level about yourself, more than you just admitting you're an aggressive person. The alcohol can just bring it out in people.
Obviously, it's got a root cause, and I think that's alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not always, because sometimes people are just a bit stupid, and it's not always caused, but you can't really blame alcohol purely for that.
I don't need a drink to fight. If I need to fight somebody, I need some brass knuckles or something, just to, you know what I'm talking about, yeah.
I think it's just like a truth serum in a sense.
I think some people should give up if like it affects them in that way, if it makes them like really rowdy and aggressive and stuff. I don't think it's good for like society.
I think that teenagers don't understand how to take things in moderation, so therefore they tend to go overboard, which means that in a few cases that they seem to get themselves into a lot of trouble.
I've not seen evidence of her drinking, but I'm sure she does. I know a lot of her friends do as well. I wouldn't like to think she drank excessively.
Obviously you get the effects of alcohol of being drunk, but I don't feel aggressive about myself. More laid back and controlled.
People always just like say, oh well, I was drunk,
Yeah.
and then like that's the get off.
Do you think that it's okay to say I was drunk?
No, I think saying that you're drunk is not a very good excuse.
But also, it's not just confined to a club, is it, with alcohol? Most people cause trouble on their way home or on public transport, and older people can feel very intimidated when they're on their way home with big gangs of teenagers having consumed lots of alcohol and being very rowdy.
Please tell us what actually happened on Friday the 13th, Emma.
Well, I was walking home with my friend and I heard noise behind me and girls were running, so I moved to the side of the path, and then a girl persisted to push herself into me and staged a fall. She then got up and started to argue, saying why did I push her over, which my response was I didn't do anything, and then I just said I'm sorry, left it at that and turned and walked away. She then walked in the other direction, and a few seconds later I heard my name being shouted, so I turned round, and as I did, this girl came running up to me and punched me in my head. I then lifted my head up and another girl punched me in my face, then my arm and then my leg. and then they all ran off.
Did you actually know the girls, Emma?
Well, there were 5 girls, and the 2 that attacked me I didn't know at the time, but the 3 girls that were with them I do know.
Do you think that they were under the influence of alcohol which caused this antisocial behaviour?
Yes, they were, and I know this because I could smell alcohol, and also after the police dealt with it, the girls had admitted to drinking that night.
What injuries did you actually have?
Well, I had a fractured nose, a supposed fractured skull, a broken arm, 2 black swollen eyes, and also a deep scratch in my face.
Do you think this has affected your confidence for the future, Emma?
Well, the first 2 months after the incident happened, I was scared to go out and didn't want to do anything. But now I'm okay and better, but I don't like confrontation or people behind me.
Did you see psychological help to help overcome it?
No, I just had my family and my friends.
Did you press charges?
Yes, I did, and because they were under 17, they got a final warning, which was good, as now they're not allowed to do anything against the law because they get sent straight to prison.
What action did the police take apart from that?
They took the girls into jail, into the police station, and I believe they had an overnight stay there and then questioned them, and then they've not allowed within 200 yards of me also, I believe.
Thank you very much, Emma.
Okay.
This is Kevin, Emma's father. Where were you on the night of the attack, Kevin?
I'd gone out to do some late night shopping with my youngest daughter, Casey.
What immediate action did you take when you found out about the attack that had taken place?
Well, my wife phoned me on my mobile and I arranged that she would take Emma to the hospital straight away, and I got my youngest daughter into my car and arranged to meet him at the hospital, so we shot straight over there.
When you saw Emma for the first time after the attack, what were your first impressions?
Total disbelief. I mean, I'd been told that she'd been punched and it had an effect on her face, but I didn't realise the extent of the damage until I actually got there. The swelling that was coming out instantly, just unbelievable.
But you couldn't believe that 2 girls similar age to Emma could actually do this?
Not at all. Totally unbelievable.
When you arrived at accident emergency at the hospital, what did the doctors say?
They said that the swelling on the forehead and the nose was caused by a possible fractured skull. Also, they suspected a nose had been fractured. They said there was obviously scratch marks on the face caused by possibly a ring or nails. They said that the extent of the damage to her head and the face meant that she had to be monitored closely, and we had to basically check her every 2 hours throughout the night to make sure that she was still breathing or hadn't slipped into a coma or got unconscious or anything like that.
What happened when the police got involved?
The police were very good. They came down and took an initial statement from us, from Emma's side, asked what we'd done about it, where we'd gone and we'd taken her to hospital and checked that we'd carried out all those things, which we had. They then arranged for us to have a proper interview at Altrincham Police Station in a specialist unit they have set up for that sort of assault on young children. We went over there, had the interview. They then told us they'd just contact us in due course and let us know what was happening.
How do you think the attack has affected Emma?
Initially, I think it had a massive impact on her. She wouldn't go out the front door for the first couple of weeks at all. She didn't want to go outside, she didn't want to be seen. Just that her appearance had an effect on her confidence and her morale. And that now, through time, has passed, but she's still really alert all the time. She doesn't like too much confrontation with other people. She doesn't like hearing people running behind her. She always stops and checks who it is. So it's had a great deal of an impact on her.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Thank you.
Can I go now?